what we want to do today, objection handling role play for a full hour. If anyone has questions, put them in the chat and I will answer them at the end. We're just doing role play today because people just need to get better at sales. That's pretty much where we're at. So, everyone happy with that? Everyone ready to do some role play? I mean, Charlie, I know that you're kind of new man, but I might just throw you in the fire just to see how you do. You can
Uh,
just you can just give it a
I
crack.
don't,
I
I don't
won't
really
make
know
you
my
go.
Discovery script off by heart yet.
That's all right. I won't make you go first, but I'd just be curious to see how you would handle an objection anyway. But yeah, we'll just start with the other boys first. So, all right, what I'm gonna do, I'll pair you up. So, Yurosh, Fred, you guys are a pair. Artem, Gee, you guys are a pair. Dylan, Charlie, you guys are a pair. Okay, so everyone remember your pairs. Gonna start with the Aussie boys, and we're gonna do one versus the other. We're gonna flip it around. Now, so Fred, I want you to close. I'll give you a second. Yurosh, you can close first. Fred, you be the prospect. Okay. So
Yeah.
what I want you to do is like have an objection, like an actual objection. It can be money, that's fine. If you have to go for a deposit, whatever, partner, time, fear, have the objection, stick to it. Don't present too much, like just pretend that you actually want the service. Like we'll get stuck in circles if you
I've got
go.
to be tough on him though. I have to be.
Yeah, be tough, but like don't just be like, oh, like this is shit. It's not
Yeah.
gonna work, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, so am I doing from price drop or?
Yeah, just drop price and just get into it. And
All right.
like let's just try and move through these a bit quicker, right? So like with the retie, let's just move through the retie a little bit
Yeah.
quicker. So Fred, just actually want to do it. If you have a money objection though,
Mm.
that's fine. Okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful. But I just want to go through the retie just for reps. I mean, we could skip to fear, but I want to go through the whole thing. So cool, you're us when you're ready, man. Drop
All
price
right.
and just get into it.
All right. All right, cool. So to work with us, Fred, it is $3,000 for 3 months, and that's so we can get you to 30K a month.
Yeah. Okay. No, man, it sounds really good. I do want to go think about it. If that's all right. Thanks though.
Yeah, that's all right. What's coming up for you that's making you want to think about it?
Oh, it's just what I do, man. I've been shopping around a bit, so you're not the first one I've spoken to.
Yeah, all right, all good. I guess just to take a step back before you potentially go and think about it, and what you mentioned. Do you feel like this can get you to 30K a month? Because like that's the most important thing.
Yeah, man. Like the way you presented the system, as I said, it's really good. But yeah, just want to go talk to other people about it
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, no, appreciate you think the system's really good, but just like to confirm, like, do you think it can get you to 30K a month though? Because like that is, what we're talking about here.
Yeah, yeah. I do. I do think it could.
Okay. Yeah, and why do you feel that is?
Oh, because what you said in the first and second pillar really resonated, and the third pillar as well with the omni-channel stuff and the LinkedIn stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, all right, cool. And let's say, we were to get you in, get you onboarded and, get you to that 30K a month, give you the ability, have that time freedom that you mentioned to me. Like, would that be worth the 3K?
If you got me to 30K a month, then yeah, obviously.
Yeah, okay, cool. So when it comes to like potentially going to think about those other options, like I guess what's coming up for you in terms of like what you want to think about?
Oh, like I said, man, I'm just I've already spoken to a couple of guys and I've got another couple calls lined up. Just how I do things, man. I just want to see what the best value for money is.
Yeah. Yeah, right, and those other calls, like how come you didn't end up going with those ones?
Oh, sort of same thing as what I, am saying to you. Like, they were okay on the call, but I do like to think about it and just weigh up my options.
Yeah, all right, but you do feel like, what I went through can get you to 30K a month?
Yeah,
Or
for
will
sure.
get you to 30K a month?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, interesting. I actually get so lost. Look, if we can go,
Keep
am I
going,
just meant to just
keep going. Don't
continue?
stop until I say stop.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So with those other options, when you say they're okay, man, did you think they could get you to 30K a month? Like those other calls that you went on, did you think their processes could help you do that or?
Um, Honestly, man, like yours is probably the best one that I've seen, especially, it being 3K for what you're actually providing for me and all the work that you're putting in for it. Yours
Yeah. All
does
right.
look really good.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And how many calls have you actually taken, like already?
Just a couple.
Like how many? Like two, three,
Two.
four,
Two.
two.
Yeah.
All right. And have you got other calls with these other calls that you mentioned? Like, I guess what would you be hoping to, because you mentioned this is the best one you've seen so far. So I guess what would you be hoping to see, in those options that you haven't, seen in terms of what I've gone through and, the process itself?
Well, yeah, my initial thought is just, check their system out as well. No offense to you, but maybe theirs is just as good and maybe it's a better price. I don't know. That's why I'm shopping. But yours is the best one that I've seen so far.
Focus.
Oh,
Focus.
oh
Come
man.
on.
No,
You can
I
do it.
literally get so lost here.
All right, cool. Pause. So,
Like with
I
when the
did this with
price, like
Artem
what
the
am
other
I
day.
meant to like? How am I meant to like? I don't.
all right. So I took some notes. This is how my brain works with rejection handling, right? So I know it's gonna look really weird, but so basically you got these two. You got these two at the top, right?
Yeah.
Um, couple calls. The thing that was so a couple calls, a few more. Okay, so this is the order I wrote it in. Think about what exactly was my question. He just said I want to, but what exactly? Then you went back to the 3K. Do you think it's going to get you to the 3K? I was kind of like, why did you ask that question? And then he said, this is the best he's seen. You missed this. You didn't answer why. He's
Yeah.
like, this is the
Okay.
best I've seen. It's like, oh, why is that, man? What did it have the other ones didn't have? Then that would have pulled you back up here to these other calls. So he's like, I'm just hoping to see it. So yeah, but what actually are you looking for? And he's like, this is just how I always do it. No offense to you. Maybe they have something better. Then I would have said, oh, so how many calls do you have booked? He'd be like, two more. Well, I mean, if you're looking for the best thing, why not take 50 more calls to get
Mm.
the most amount of data? Take it to the extreme. And now you've
Yeah.
just made
Okay.
that sort of irrelevant. Um, and then from
Okay.
there, like I would have come, that's pretty much done in my head. Come to money, then the next objection would have been this probably. Cool.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Cool.
So yeah, I wasn't meant to like check money yet, or should I have done
No,
that,
I think
or
you did. I think you did okay with that one. I wouldn't have gone to money there either, to be honest. I mean, I might have dipped in. It's like where I stopped you just then. Well, if you'd done the why not do 50 calls, you might have got a bit, you kind of would have locked that off a little bit more. And then you could have
Mhm.
gone to money and isolated the fear.
Okay.
Cool. Yurosh, have an objection. Stick
Yeah.
to it.
Sure.
Fred, deliver price, and don't stop until I say stop. And I'm gonna time you as well. So
All right.
Okay. Yeah, man. So it's just $100 per booked appointment, and we just ask for 30 paid up front. So that's just 3K up front.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Definitely want to check the finances real quick. And, I have, worked with another business that offered something like what you saw before, and it didn't, go too well. What you've kind of shared is, I actually feel like it could help because, we don't do much with like reactivating old leads. So, but definitely want to just have a think about it and I'll get back to you, mate.
Yeah, no, completely understand that you potentially want to think about this and have a think about the finances and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's the least important thing to me. Before you do go away and think about this, in terms of like the system, you're pretty confident that it is the answer for you?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Well, okay, well, do you actually feel like it can get you to 50K a month? At the end of the day, it's the most important thing to me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I mean, based on the process that you shared, yeah, for sure. But like, if it's just if that's actually going to happen, that's the question, I guess.
Okay. No, I can appreciate that. Well, why do you feel it could get you to 50K?
Well, based on what you shared, like, X, Y, Z, it's, the database reactivation, we don't really do much of it. You sound like, an expert when it comes to the process and you're actually getting those leads and, we're just missing money. So like, I feel like that's one.
What do you mean by you're just missing money? Oh, as in you've got money in the database that you haven't
Yeah.
unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we're just like, we're not really doing anything with it. And your process, sounds pretty good, but, there is someone that's kind of offered something before like this, and I just haven't, it didn't go too well. So I'm just a bit,
Okay.
definitely want to think about
Do
it.
you
I'll get
mind
back
it?
to you.
Yeah, no, I completely appreciate the potential want to think about it, man. Look, let's say we did get you on board and we got you to 50K a month. Would that actually be worth the $100 per booked appointment to you, man?
Yeah, 100%. Like if that actually happened for sure, yeah. But it's like if, like I said before, with it, like just before, like it's just if that actually happens.
Okay. No, I understand. I know you mentioned you'd worked with an agency before to do database reactivation. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay. How did it sort of go with them? Do you mind me asking?
yeah. I mean, like I said before, like not too good. Like we didn't really get that many leads at all from the old leads, and they ended up just wasting a whole bunch of leads. So like now we're like 2 3 years down the line, so we've got all these leads up again. I just don't want to waste them again.
Yeah, okay. No, I understand. I mean, how was the experience specifically with those guys? Like, did they charge up front and then it just, they didn't deliver any booked calls, or how did that sort of look?
Um, no, they didn't like scam us or anything, but it's the classic kind of agency thing. They just communication was off. They didn't really like end up doing that much, and then obviously I didn't get any of that money back. So
Okay.
they did charge up
Okay.
front though. They did like I know yours is like per book call, but it's like it's still up front at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. No, I completely appreciate that, man, and I appreciate you sharing that. Look, what is it that I've shown you today? Do you feel that it could have provided, it could provide potentially a better service than what those guys had provided you?
Yeah, like based on what you've shared, for sure. Like I'm confident in the system. Like I said, it's just if that's actually gonna because like in the past, like I had even though like the system wasn't as good, like how do I know like even with your system it's better, but how do I know that's actually like how it's gonna work?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Look, do you mind if I offer another perspective on this?
Yeah, sure.
Um, we all make decisions based on the perspective that we have, right? But like the problem is if we make decisions based on the perspective that we have and not the perspective that we want, we'll only ever be where we are right now. So, do you think your past experience with this agency is actually shaping your decision making at all at the moment?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I mean obviously.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, right. And are you 100% happy with where you are at the moment in your business right now?
No, I mean no, that's kind of why I'm on this call, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess do you want to allow that past experience of that agency burning you actually get in the way of your future results for yourself in the business moving forward?
Yeah, no, probably not if you put it like that.
Why not?
Oh, just want to get the kid like we do need more revenue right now. We've been stagnant for a while, want to get the kids out of college and all and just have more time with the wife and stuff. So like definitely don't want to
Hmm.
just stay and do nothing. So
Yeah. Okay. So I guess, what series of actions and decisions that do you feel you actually need to make to put yourself in the best position to move forward and be able to, get the kids out of college and spend some more time with the wife and stuff like that?
yeah, no, probably just get started. But I've also got to check like my finance. Like I said,
All
I
right,
do
cool.
have to check.
Pause. All right, I'm so glad that you said that. So, cool. That's exactly what I thought was
Mm.
going to happen. So,
I was
Yeah,
about
because
to.
yeah, that is
I did,
exactly
yeah.
what, yeah, exactly what I knew that was going to happen.
so I should have gone finances first,
See,
or
I literally said finance is circled takes priority. I knew that was coming. So first thing I
yeah.
want to say is the reframes feel weird when we role play because we all know what we're trying to do. But you just need to
Mm.
just remember that these people have never heard these reframes before. So just
Yeah.
they're gonna feel a bit weird doing them in front of people. We all know what the reframes are, but you need to just pretend like it's in a real call. If you're the prospect as well, like we all want to get each other better, so just really act like it's actually having an impact on you because
Mm.
it will impact people. So that's just one thing. All right. So this is my note. So basically, he said finances, and then he gave you burnt in the past. Okay. So I hadn't circled this yet, right? It was actually just pretend takes priority wasn't there. I just wrote these two out. Then he gave you uncertainty. He
Mm.
was projecting doubt because of burnt in the past, but this kind of takes priority over the uncertainty. So when he said like, oh, if it actually gets me there straight at the top, I would have been like, yeah, fair enough, man. And do you kind of feel like that just because of what happened? Just straight away get it out in the open. He would have been like, yeah, exactly. Cool. Now we can button that off for a second. We've addressed it. We haven't gone through it, as I've written here, right? If that actually happens. You did a good job with Burnt in the past, good tonality. However, you missed this. So
I
he
know.
said
Yeah.
I
first, I
wasn't
need
gonna say,
answers.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say I didn't have them. I was just gonna do like, oh, I've only got like a K or something.
Exactly right. But the problem is like you've done all this big reframe, you kind of blow your load a little bit, and then he's like, oh, I gotta look at my money. So a better way of doing it is you just this is the thing for you, well, Fred, but everyone, you just have to really fucking listen to what they're saying. And it's like finances burned in the past comes. What's priority on the process? It's finances. So he said finances, if it works, or he said burnt in the past. Then he said if it works, I would have said, okay, do you feel like that because of the other agency? He would have said, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Would have locked that off for a second. I would have come down to money. I meant, you know how you said, like, you have to check your finances. What does that mean? Dealt with that. Then I've got free reign to go burnt in the past.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I think in the moment, like how you've explained it makes sense, but in the moment, it just like felt weird to because he mentioned burnt in the past, and then it felt weird to ignore that and go back to money. But
Right.
if I touch on it and then go to money, block that off, then go to burn in the past, it makes
Exactly.
makes a
Yeah.
lot of
So like
sense.
this is what I'm talking about with like these intensities of the things. Like if you acknowledge them and you can associate the uncertainty with something, like burnt in the past is a really the easiest one, then you have the opportunity to go to money because you've already had that conversation briefly.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Artem and Guy. So, Artem, you can go first. You be the closer. Guy, you be the prospect. Do you need to know what he sells, Guy, or do you know what he sells?
I think I have no idea.
That's all right. Artem, do you just want to explain quickly?
Yeah, so we sell lead gen plus closing for detailers in the US, and 90% of them are absolute brokies. They don't have any money. And what else do you need to know? I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so essentially we run ads, then we get leads, and then we have our own sales team, which actually converts them into appointments. So the detailer doesn't really have to do anything at all. So which is it's a fully done for you thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, Guy, I want you to have like one pure objection. Again, if it's a money thing, whatever, fear, stick with it. Kind of like I just want to get through the retie a little bit quicker where necessary. So try not to get too caught up there if it's not absolutely important, so we can get
yeah.
into the meat of the conversation. But stick to you've done plenty of these, so you know what I mean. Cool. Artem, take it away, mate.
All right, so to work with us, it's a one-time investment of 1,500. That includes, running ads, converting your leads, and one-on-one consulting. So, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it seems good. I'll just kind of need to think a little bit about it in the next couple of days. That's it.
sure, sounds good, man. Well, in terms of the process and everything I've showed you so far, do you actually feel like this is something they're looking for?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're not sure?
No, I definitely feel that it can help us. I mean, you guys like kind of cover everything. So,
Okay, cool. And I mean, the most important part would be, do you feel like it can actually get you to your goal? You mentioned it was like 20K a month per month, right?
yeah, I think so because I guess like with that volume being up and you guys taking care of qualifying the leads, I think that we probably get in a 2, 3 months to our goals. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, in terms of the value of the thing, do you feel like, paying 1,500 down, 1K for ads, would that be worth of a price to pay to actually get to 20K per month?
I mean, yeah, I think it would be worth the money. I just not sure if I can like just pay it all up front right now, but yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like something that you want to do. I mean, so what is holding you back?
I mean, it sounds like some money up front. Because I mean, I've never done anything like this in the past, so
Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Well, if you don't mind me asking, like, is the 1,500 even doable for you right now?
I mean, it is doable. I just don't feel really comfortable on putting that money down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Well, and you mentioned that it's just you in the business making all the decisions,
Oh
right?
yeah, it's just me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And in terms of the time, you mean you do have the time to actually handle the work that we're gonna send you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, well, in that case, I guess what else has to line up for you to actually be able to move forward?
I mean, I think, as I said, it just seems like a big step to take. Putting the money down and kind of just doing it right now.
Okay, right. Well, do you mind if I make a suggestion here?
Yeah, go
Oh,
for it.
wait, fuck. All right, can we rewind the time? So could it be the case of just a bit of hesitancy making a decision like that since you haven't done it before?
Yeah, I'll probably say so.
Okay. Do you mind me making a suggestion on that?
Yeah, sure.
Have you seen those like reels on Instagram of like people like skydiving in Dubai with the GoPro thing? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right? Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I actually went there with my friends, and what happens is you pay thousands of dollars. It's like 5K for the plane tickets, actually going there, getting the experience. And the thing is, the way it works, essentially you get strapped to an instructor who jumps with you, right? They're essentially they're licensed, the thing is 100% guaranteed to work. There's 20 people who jump before you, 20 people after you, but still there are a lot of people who actually pay for the experience, but they don't get it. Why do you feel that is?
I mean, they just probably were kind of, scared and just were not able to make the confidence.
That little risk of the thing not working is enough for them to step off. Essentially, they paid all that money that they step off because the risk of them literally slapping the ground is enough for them to not do it. But then if you were there and you saw that, what would you tell them? Because you saw people jump before them. The guy puts his life on the line to actually, jump with you. So what would you tell them?
I mean, I'll probably tell it that is one time life experience, and they should go for it because they will not regret it, and they will actually regret it of not doing, because you don't have too many opportunities to do that, especially in Dubai.
Exactly. So to see see how that's relevant, I can show you 5 testimonials, 100 testimonials. But the thing is, there's already like irrefutable proof that the thing works. It's just about your ability to actually, move forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do now?
Should I stop or push back?
Here you go. Keep going.
Keep going? I mean, yeah, man, but it's just that, that last thing I just kind of wanted to, reflect on it, make sure it's really, really 100% what I want to do right now.
Okay. Well, let's just take a step back. Like, what do you actually want from working with us?
I mean, of course, what we want here is, more clients and make more money.
Yeah, you mentioned it's 20K per month, right? And so how would it feel actually like getting there?
I mean, we feel very good because, of course, not only we're making more money, but I'm more satisfied with the business and myself.
Yeah, you mentioned like how important is it to you really?
Probably one of the most important things right now in my life.
Okay. And how would it feel knowing that you had the opportunity to actually get there, but you didn't take it just because you were hesitant and, how would it feel actually staying in the same place, considering that you could have made the move to actually break free?
I mean, probably would be I would be thinking about that for the last couple of months with some negative thoughts in my head. Yeah, it wouldn't be good, definitely.
Okay, so you want to do it?
Yeah.
Bro, really fucking solid. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to explain to everyone why this was so good. Is because he's actually going for the close. This is the difference. And I think Artem has there's some things we can talk about as well, because I think, but overall, man, like really, really solid. I think Artem has I'm just gonna assume that you've kind of learnt this like level of like just pushing and closing is because you kind of like are a closer for someone. So you just deal with the appointments. You have had quite a few sales calls in the past, but I think as well as part of like your personality, you've got that kind of like I'm like a closer mindset, which is great. I just want to explain to everyone. So you labeled it, you got it out very, very clearly, super solid. Basically, you combined the bungee jumping analogy with the second reframe. Incredibly, incredibly clever in that situation, right? So it's like, if you're about to take a big leap, right? And what would you say to them? Super solid shit, right? Really, really good. You go for the close, you loop back around, desired consequence, go for you just got into that loop, like exactly what we talk about here. You got into that loop really, really quickly. So overall, really solid. Where I would make some suggestions was so the way you're closing, you've said it to me on our calls in general, is that you can kind of bully the prospects you speak to, these younger guys. So that's the thing. You are selling very, very effectively in that B2C younger guy kind of context, right? Which is really solid. For you to take the next step it's going to be about getting the same point across with some more questions, right? So
Mm.
rather than pushing them, you want to try and pull them a bit harder, right? So like get them to almost come to you. Right? Now, that would definitely work on the people that you're speaking to right now. But if you want to grow and expand as a salesperson in other niches and shit like that, you're going to need to pull people a little bit more rather than just like put the gas on. But as like a overall thing, like where your head is at, the reason, and everyone should notice how efficient he is. Like that was 5 minutes and 46 seconds. You went through all the way through basically two reframes. Fred had barely got through one, right? Not to be like call you out, Fred, but like very, very efficient because he really knows where he's trying to go. And that's why it seems like really solid. So really good. One thing about the money, I might have stuck around on this money a little bit harder and maybe done like problem versus symptom about it being expensive or not having the money to invest. Because potentially in a real life example, I just can't spend the money right now would have come up. Gee stuck really solid to I've just never invested before and I feel uncomfortable. That was like the easiest objection that you would have got in that scenario. Probably what would have happened would have been more like I can't spend this money right now because it's all my money. And that might have come up and bit you in the butt. And I think it's better to deal with that first, as is the framework sort of speaks about. As soon as he said like, oh, it's just all I have, it's just a lot of money for me, I would have dealt with that quickly because then you would be able to do the one sort of fear objection at the end. And that's basically what I had in my notes. Um, so I kind of like, money objection, miss money, like, or the holding you back question was a little bit weird because you went into money and you were like, all right, well, like, so that he said, he said it was the money and you were like, well, what's holding you back then if you want to do it? And then he
Yeah,
said
but he
money.
said it was doable though, no?
Right, he said it was doable, but I'm like reading between the lines because he said something about it being like everything he had or a lot of money for him.
Oh shit, really? I didn't hear that at
Did you
all.
say that, Guy?
Yeah, my point, what I was trying to get was like I have them like almost that amount of money. It just because it's a lot to me,
Yeah.
considering what I have, it just doesn't feel right to spend that money.
Exactly. So in like a real example, if he actually was trying to spend that money, that would have come back up. So that's where like you are almost on the like I would just around that money conversation, I would just want to get you to slow down a little bit because that's really important, especially with a niche that doesn't often have much money because you did miss something there, but because of the role play, it kind of just went through and got it sorted. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. So
But I think there would be two objections. That's why I didn't went too hard on the
oh,
money,
sorry.
right?
I mean, you can have multiple. Yeah, I
Because
mean,
I was not sure if I could like say first time like fear and then money.
yeah, no, for sure. Just moving forward with everyone, you can have multiple objections. That's fine, but like have like a core fear, I guess,
Yeah.
because you can have like a money objection and fear of burnt in the past, right? Or you can have like time objection and fear of never done this before. Like that stuff can.
Yeah, sometimes they are connected even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So does that make sense, Adam? Did I explain
Yeah.
myself well enough? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, mine is pretty easy when I go through it because like I offer a two-step payment plan, and if they broke even for that, I have a financing thing, which is like getting them hooked on a loan.
Right. But it's not always just the fact that it's a lot of money because it's more about getting them to understand that if they don't spend the money to solve the problem, they always have the symptom of not having enough money.
Oh shit. Fuck, I don't know how to like convey that to them.
Okay, cool. It's really simple. So, Gee, just say you don't have much money and I'll role play it.
Yeah, I don't really have that much money to spend it right now.
Okay, but just to clarify, man, like, is the 1500 like doable for you or it just doesn't exist?
No, it exists. I have the money, it just doesn't feel right. It's a lot compared to what I have available.
Right. So it doesn't feel right because it feels like a lot of money for you right now.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, if we look at that a different way, man, like, not having a lot of money, is that like the problem or is that like a symptom of the problem?
it's a symptom.
Okay, and what do you mean by that?
I mean, it's it's because I don't have enough money, you know?
Right,
I
because
don't have the systems. Yeah.
exactly right, because you never, if you don't invest in solving the problem, which is not getting enough money into the business through marketing, you're never going to have enough money, right? So you're going to
Mhm.
get stuck in that cycle. Do you feel like you're kind of stuck in that cycle at the moment?
Yeah, I would say so for some time now.
Anyway, pause. So, like, one thing I did there is like he actually said symptom, so I got him to tell it back to me, right? Normally they say, "Oh, I don't know, it's the problem," and then you have to educate them that it's not. But because he knows where I'm going, he said symptom. So instead of me jumping in and just explaining it, think of it almost like mansplaining, even though that's like fucking gay and not a real thing. Girls can shut the fuck up. But like sales splaining, right? Like you don't want to like sales splain your prospect if they'll do it for you. So Guy said it was a symptom, and I was like, oh, what do you mean by that? Even though I should know what he means by that. But it's more powerful when they say it back to you.
What would you say then if they say it's a cause because it has happened?
If they say it's the problem,
Yeah.
you just be like, is it though, man? Because like, I guess if you think about it, the fact you don't have enough money to invest right now is because you're not making enough money with the business. So really the problem is you don't have the marketing and the symptom is not having enough money from the business. Then you educate them,
Hmm. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So if
Uh-huh.
they say the money is the problem, you need to educate them. If they admit that it's a symptom, you get them to expand.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Cool. All right, Artem, I want you to be the prospect for Guy. Guy, do you just want to explain what you do really briefly?
Yeah, so real estate agents, database reactivation, paper close, and initial setup fee or money upfront. That's it.
How does this work with the realtor? So you just run an ad saying, "Hey, we're gonna sell your house," or how does this work?
No, there's no ads. It's database reactivation.
Okay, so you just like send messages to all leads, or how does this work?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. So who do you want me to be? A nasty Russian or like a chill?
No, don't be too hard on him because I was just thinking, I was like, poor Guy. Like, just be
No,
like,
I mean he can be just I can say what are my main four objections, which is around trust, burning the past a lot, and then sometimes they give you a smoke screen of I want to see X to close, but that never happens.
All right, I found. All
yeah,
right,
just give
I
him
have.
one of those basically.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Good luck, Guy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, to work with us it's just $1,500 per closed deal, and we just ask for one deal paid up front to start work with us.
Okay.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's pretty good, I guess.
Hmm. Okay. And I guess like in terms of the process, everything we have gone through, do you feel like this is the answer to you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hmm. And you kind of believe that it can get you to those five deals a month because that's of course the most important thing here.
I mean, I hope we can, yeah.
You sure?
I mean, we've tried something like that before and it didn't really work the way we planned, so kind of skeptical a bit.
Okay. Was it like the same thing regarding like the process and the structure of what we have gone through right now, or?
No, it wasn't exactly the same, but the point of like, reactivating old leads, it was kind of similar.
Okay. Okay. I guess like would you think it went wrong on that scenario that you had?
Honestly, no idea. It just didn't work. So the guys
Hmm.
had full control of the process. I was just looking at what they could give me and it didn't work.
Hmm. Okay. And I guess like of what we have gone through, so pillar number one, pillar number two, and pillar number three, on this specific scenario, which one do you think would give you the most value, like to actually get to those five deals?
I think like the last two are the most impactful ones. So yeah.
Okay. Why?
I mean, I don't know, it just sounds professional. Sounds like you guys know what you're doing.
Okay. And let's say that we actually get you on board and then got you to those five deals a month and gave you the ability, of course, spend more time with your family and take better financial income. I guess would that be worth the $1,500 per close deal or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it gets me there, I mean, that's a small price to pay.
Okay. Okay. So I guess like and if that money part, like the 1,500, that is doable to you, right? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I can spend that for sure.
And you are kind of the only one like running the business, like no business partners or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just me.
And you would be kind of able to take those deals on the next couple of
Yeah,
months, right?
definitely.
Okay, okay. So I guess like the only thing really stopping you here from doing something is probably you feeling a little bit some hesitance around having a bad experience in the past, and you kind of have a bad impression on this kind of services. Is that right? Or
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the last time we did that, we just went with, the guy reached out, or I think we were still an ad. I don't remember. But we had a call. We moved on without any research, just with the first guy that kind of popped up, and it didn't really work. So for now,
Mhm.
trying to make a more educated decision and just kind of hear everyone out. So yeah, we have a few other calls about the same topic. So yeah, I mean, I'll see what they offer, and then I'll probably get back to you when I have the decision made.
Yeah, sure. Artem, can I share what I'm thinking right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I guess it seems like you have of course, worked with another guys in the past, and um, you right now you're also kind of stuck at the same point. So I guess like, what made you book this call in the first place, considering that you had that experience in the past?
I mean, because I'm always open to like other offers.
Okay, but I guess you know that it did happen, like it didn't go well. So I guess like, why are you hoping to do it again?
No, well, because I want to get more jobs, obviously.
Mhm. So I guess like, do you think there is a chance that there is someone out there who actually can help you and get to those jobs and actually make a good service?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Because I mean, let's kind of even take a step back here. Like, do you actually believe on the database reactivation service that it can bring you results?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And do you feel that it can work for real estate agents for your niche specifically?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I
Paul,
guess like,
sorry. Pause.
yeah.
So good. You've made some big improvements. This is great. This is like cinema for me. This is my favorite part of my day. Just watching you boys battle it out. Like fuck me. It makes me feel happy that it's not me anymore. Just like on the team meeting with Charlie and Bronco, just watching me fucking role play with Miles, like shitting my pants. Okay, so this was a good objection, Artem, actually, really, because it was like sort of burnt in the past, but it was like the hardest version of burnt in the past because he gave you moved on that he made a decision in the past without any research. So now he's going to do research and look at other calls to avoid making that same mistake.
Yeah.
Right? So
But
like
can
that's
I ask a question?
sure
Why did we stop?
because you were going down the wrong route.
Okay.
You hadn't addressed that at all. You just
Okay, but if I go
ignored
to like the yes questions, and then I would go now for the reframe one, and then later after that, I'll take care of like what he's searching on the other calls,
Nah,
what
you need to
he's
go through
no?
them first.
Actually, can I like after this, can I try to handle this objection? Can I? Because I finally last time we role played it, I forgot the handle, but now I remember it, and it's a Artem crafted handle. I made it
Cool.
myself.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I'll get through. Let me just get through the last group and then we'll come back to that if that's okay. Can you just write it down so you don't forget? Or, I mean, you remember, but like, okay, so basically, I think at the top of the call, you did good. You touched on it, right? You kind of addressed it, whatever. I would just, when he was like, yeah, I can spend that, I would be like, oh, cool. I don't know, the way he said it, it was almost like throwaway money. I would
Mm.
just want to touch on that. I'd be like, oh, really? It seems like it's not a big deal to you. I don't know. There was just something the way he said it. I would expand that because you want to expand those positives, right? Basically, he gave you this, right? So, you kind of started going like this way down like the reframe, but you were gonna hit a dead wall because you really needed to go down here and deal with, okay, so like, what does more research look like for him? Like, what does more research mean? What did he learn from the other business and like the last experience that he wants to know this time that he wish he knew last time? Because when someone's going to do more research, it's like, okay, they have a bad experience. They wish they knew this thing that they know in hindsight. So, what is this thing that he wants to know about me through the research? And then same thing, other calls. It's like, okay, so I would want to lock off like, what is the thing he wants to know? Like, what is that? Because there is
That
something.
does research there mean like research like agencies or the service itself?
Exactly. You need to know that. It
Like,
depends.
no, I'm saying, I think it was like the agencies. That's
Yeah, but
right.
you want to again, you want to sell what you know, right? So like he's like,
Mm.
last time we dove in without doing any research. We want to do research this time. I'd be like, okay, so I guess what do you feel like you wish you knew last time that would have helped you make a better decision? And he would just tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have it. So if you can show him that, then voila, right? And then so I would have done this first, and then I would have tackled the other calls and taken it to the extreme. Right. There's no amount of calls that is enough calls, basically, to have the certainty. Because I would have asked, like, okay, so let's just say we lock this off and we show him, right? And he's like, oh, this is great. I'm glad you showed me that. But still, I want to take these other calls, right? And then it's like, I guess, why do you want to take other calls, or whatever? He's like, I just want to make sure that I've seen everything and I know that it's going to work. Cool. So you're just looking for certainty. Yeah. So why not take 100 calls with other agencies if you want to be absolutely certain? Oh, that would be silly. Why? Too many. So is it fair to say there's no perfect number of agencies to speak to? So what's the feeling that you're looking for? It's just trust. Like it's a feeling of trust. That's top of the reframe. This is a long objection. You'd be sitting in this pocket for a while, probably. So like I'm just getting a little bit of buy-in around these things.
Mm.
Then I'm coming over here.
So first you go for like the shopping around, then you go to the burning pass.
Well,
That's
yeah, you just
basically
have to
it.
listen to what he said. Like he didn't give you he just gave you so much more information that you needed. Like he gave you so many objections. He gave you, it wasn't just the burnt in the past, it was research, other calls, which I know are all burnt in the past related, but you can't, you have to get rid of those ideas in his head before you can deal with the fear. Because right now, like we said this the other day, the fear reframes only work if the person actually wants to do it. So it's like you're not handling fear of
Yeah.
fear reframes aren't handling logical decision making processes like research and other calls. Fear reframes are handling purely, I'm scared to let this money go, basically. The irrationals. So you
So
didn't deal with the rational
they
stuff.
don't have enough. If they
Yeah.
don't see the value, then you can't reframe the fear, right?
If you
Because
can't, if
there's
they don't want to do it, you can't good like you can't. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is what we've been missing a little bit in general, boys, is like you can't reframe someone's fear if they don't actually want to do it.
Yeah, that makes total sense
Like
and gives a
they
lot
need
of
to be like,
clarity.
oh man, I want to do this, but I can't right now. Fear reframe. Yeah, you Rush?
If you remember that call, one of my first ones with the old guy, if you
Yeah.
remember, it was
Yes, I
he
remember.
wanted to do it.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
and so that I felt so close to that closing because I could
Yes.
tell he actually wanted to do it. But
Yeah.
like there are other times when it's like it's fear, but it's like also might be a bit of that. I get what you mean. I think yeah,
Yeah.
we need I need to like just focus on we
We
all
need
need
to
to like
sell, we need to sell
uh,
them. This is what I'm going to be screaming at you guys. Like we need to sell these people an outcome. They need to be like literally, like if I went bungee jumping and I'm scared of heights, I'm a pussy. If there was $1 million at the bottom, I'd be standing there like, fuck, I want to do this so bad, but I can't. That is what the prospect should be like, you know? So we need to get them to that point first. Now it's kind of hard with these role plays to a degree because like we're just acting and it doesn't really matter. But um, that's really important. But yeah, honestly, man, really solid. Like it's nice to just like have watch you guys make improvements every single session over the months. Like it's really, really good. I think everyone's in a good spot. All right, beautiful. So we've got Ewan, Dylan, Charlie. All right, so Dylan and Charlie, I'm gonna put you two against each other. Dylan and Ewan, you guys against each other. So Dylan, you be the closer. Charlie, you be the prospect. So do you just want to explain to Charlie what you do?
which
Dylan.
yeah. So it's
Oh, fuck,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, wrong
Yeah,
Dylan.
sorry,
Okay, yeah,
sorry.
my
Dylan
bad.
Ramirez. Fuck me. Dylan and Charlie. And
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah, so basically I do Legion for real estate agents in Mexico. I do all the ads, I do go ahead level, and yeah, that's all.
cool.
Okay, right. I mean, you sure you don't want somebody who knows how to do this? Or, I mean, I don't know if I'll be a
No,
good, obviously not a good
it's
closer, but
actually
not a
kind
good
of good
prospect
because
either.
yeah, no, I want you to just like that's actually kind of a good thing, man, because you don't know what he's gonna say, so you're gonna
Yeah,
actually act properly. You
right.
like a more like a normal prospect. So honestly, there's no wrong answers. If it's fucked, I'll just jump in. Don't worry about it.
All
Okay.
right,
So
cool.
Dylan, just deliver your price, and Charlie just be like a normal prospect.
Right.
Cool. Take it away, Dylan.
So, so basically, to work with us, it is 1,500 for 3 months plus ad spend.
Okay. I mean, okay, that seems all right, but I just want to think about it really.
Sure, sure. I completely appreciate that. But just talking about the process and everything we have talked today, do you feel like this is actually what you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like it could solve what I need. Like,
Or why is that?
well, just the way, you said that, you're generating the leads and then you're qualifying them and stuff as well. Like it does kind of seem like you know what you're doing.
Okay, okay. And do you feel like this can get you to those 6 deals a month, or?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I suppose it looks like you know what you're doing. So I mean, if the process is there and it all works, then I suppose it would. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say like we bring you more than get you to those 6 deals a month and also give you ability to have more free time, spend it with your wife and all that stuff. Do you feel like would be worth the 1,500 to you?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Sure, so it sounds like this is something you really want to do, right?
Yeah, no, I mean yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. I just want to just take a bit of time to think about it. I mean, I always kind of discuss these things with my wife as well.
Okay, okay, perfect. So first of all, like, do you think like the 1,500 is really doable for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely it's doable. Like, yeah, but it is it's not a small amount of money, and for me, it's kind of it's a bit of it's important that I talk to her, because I'm the only
Yeah,
one who's making money in the family.
sure, sure. I completely get it. Like, uh, let's say like your wife were there. Like, what do you think she would say?
Uh, I don't know. Like, I run the business, and but like I don't know what she say, but like I said, it is a lot of money. So I mean, I think for me, it's just I want to make sure that she knows and that she's okay with it, because it is like a
Mhm.
bit of a risk, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, I completely get it. But do you feel like she would also want to do it?
Um, I mean, yeah, maybe. I suppose she would. I mean, I don't like again. I don't really. I don't know what she think, and that's why I want to talk to her about it exactly. But like, I suppose maybe I think she might want to do it.
Okay, okay. And do you think like for you, like you mentioned, the price is really worth to get you to those 6 deals a month? Do you feel like she would be agree?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I suppose assuming that it all works, I'm sure she would agree as well. But I think sometimes it's important. It's kind of just a thing, the way we've done things before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I completely get it. Like, and what if your wife said no? Like, if she told you like, uh, she don't want you to have the systems, like you have to again the systems you need to have to solve this basically lead problem that is holding you back from reaching those 6 deals a month.
Yeah, well, I don't know because I mean, I suppose I would still I do still have to fix it and get something in place.
Hmm?
So I'm not really sure.
Okay, so if she said no, like, what would you do? Like, go.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like I might move ahead with it. I might not. I suppose like I do run the business. I have done it before and stuff. And it's I am in charge of the business, I guess.
and it's up to me to, make more money on top of that. But I suppose maybe I would.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it still is like, you know, I don't know. It's kind of getting lost here.
No, you're
Um,
doing, pause, you're doing a fantastic job. This is a real prospect. It's
Yeah,
funny because
literally.
you don't really know what's going, like, because you're new here. This is how it would be on a sales call. That's like perfect. So Dylan, okay, so got my notes up. Oh man, if you were on a prospect on a sales call, you would be in a blender. There was just so much stuff that he gave you that you could have just
I
pulled
was trying to
apart.
throw one or two things
Yeah,
here and
because
there.
like you were
That's
like
why I
you
tried
were
saying I lead the business at the end and
yeah,
stuff
but you
because
were giving like
you know,
you were giving real answers. Like it, this is how people really talk, right? So that was, you know what I should do? I should pay some fucking one person every session to come in and just play a prospect, just like a random person who doesn't know sales. That would actually probably be kind of sick. Okay, so Dylan,
I
um,
didn't get this objection a lot, to be honest, so I'm not really used to it.
okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I think like regardless though, you missed some things before handling wife that I think you should be able
Okay,
to
okay.
handle. So, by the way, Dylan actually does his calls in Spanish, so that's I need to get a fucking I know I say this all the time, but the language testimonial is gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
no, bro. Don't worry.
yeah.
I will get better and I will be speaking like a fucking native.
I
Don't
can't
worry.
wait till you close your first client in English. It's going to be a glorious day for me as a Spanish teacher or an English
Yeah.
teacher.
The first one
Okay.
was shit. The
Yeah, no, I
first,
know you messaged me. That I kind of
yeah.
want to ask you about. That's funny. Okay, so with this, so retie is fine. You know, he's like, I was like, I think I started writing down like, think about what, and then he pulled out the wife objection. Great. He went to money, so we got wife here, and then I wrote down next, not a small amount, back to money, have to deal with problem symptom first.
First, then wife.
Well, yeah, because remember the framework, it's like the hierarchy. Money always takes priority.
Okay, okay, yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
So I think what Charlie was going to say at the end of that before I said stop was, but it is a lot of money. That's what I think he was going to say because you didn't deal with that, right?
Yeah.
So we need to deal with the fact that, okay, it might be a lot of money, but if you never invest any money, it's always going to be a lot of money. That's the problem, right?
Okay.
So then that's why I looped back like this. I looped back up to here, then I came back to wife, and then I looped back down here. So the first thing is like, you don't know what she'll think. Bullshit. It's your wife. You need to challenge that, right? I know exactly, I've been with Leia for a year. I know exactly what she would say about any fucking decision I was about to make. We all would, right? So that's just a smokescreen, right?
Mm.
He's like, I might move ahead anyway, or I might not. I'd be like, why? What would you not move ahead for? He would say this. He would just say the money. But we need to deal with that. And then, bro, he teed you up so nicely. He's like, it's
Yeah.
my responsibility.
it does
At,
on
at
purpose,
that
yeah.
point, it's like game over. Why is it your responsibility? Is it even
Yeah.
fair to pass the responsibility off to your wife of making the decision if ultimately the outcome is on you? That is game over at that point, right? But
Yeah.
again, it's like I think the common theme for everyone is you guys get so hyper focused on the obvious objection and you miss like one little thing that should happen before it, and it all kind of falls apart.
Yeah. With this specific objection, like because I'm not really used to, I was really focusing on the script. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's why I missed a lot of things that
No,
Charlie
fair
said.
enough. Overall, though, dude, like pretty solid. You know, I know where you're going, and I know you know where you're going, and that's all that matters. So, Charlie, I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Like, if you feel completely unprepared, then we can just do it another day. If you want to give it a shot, you're more than welcome to. You can just tell me.
I don't mind, but I literally I don't know my script well enough really to be honest.
All right,
I mean I could go ahead with it and
fuck
try
it.
it, but
I'll be the prospect. I don't care what you say. Just try and get money off me. Okay?
okay.
So
Right.
just deliver your price, and we'll just do it. I can just pretend I know what you do.
Okay. Cool. So I mean to work with us for 3 months, that's gonna be 1,500 euro.
Is that per month or like the whole 3 months?
It's across the 3 months.
It's not too bad, man. Yeah, cool. I can get back to you in a couple of days, but that's not too bad to be honest.
Okay, cool. And that's completely fine, by the way. But just before you go away and you think about this, I mean, in terms of, the process and the pillars and everything I've kind of gone over with you today, I mean, you do feel like this is kind of the answer for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really not as much as I expected, which is great, but I still don't just want to kind of spend money without really having a bit of a chance to think about it, but like what you said seems pretty interesting, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, you do feel like it can get you those extra 5 jobs a month, like we talked about, because I mean, to me, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, the system sounds cool. And if you generate me the leads that you say you will, like, absolutely, I can definitely get those extra jobs. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, from your point of view, like, why do you actually think it's going to work?
Not bad, man. Yeah, just because like the way you explain like running the ads and XYZ seemed like you know what you're talking about. I had actually a call with some other people like a couple of months ago, and it was way more expensive, and it didn't seem as comprehensive. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay. And just out of all of the main pillars, I mean, what would you say is the main thing that kind of stands out to you about how I'm working and how we're actually going to bring in those extra jobs?
Cool. Just skip that question. I've given you enough. Just go to the value
Okay.
question and let's keep going.
Okay. And so listen, let's say, we get you on board and we get you to that extra 5 jobs a month, like I've done with other clients and stuff. Would that be worth the 1,500 euro investment over the 3 months?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a fucking no-brainer. Absolutely.
Okay, great. So, I mean, it does sound like something you want to move ahead with then, right?
Look, it is. I'm definitely willing to give it a shot, man. Especially for $1,500. Like that's not a big deal right now. But I just always make decisions like this. I always take a few days. I always just kind of sit with it. So like, I'm more than happy to just spend the money just to see if it'll work.
Yeah.
But I still want to just kind of do my normal process anyway.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I understand that. And I mean, just so I can understand, I mean, the 1,500 euro, like you said, that's totally doable at the
Yeah,
moment,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
It's not a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, you're the only guy running the business. There's no partners or anybody you have to talk to.
Yeah, it's just me.
Okay. And I mean, like I said before, assuming we bring you in all this work, you're definitely able to take it on and you have the time for it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like we got the capacity, so yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Okay, I'm kind of lost here on
All right, cool. Like, dude,
where the
very first
objection
attempt,
is.
like first attempt a week into the community, like really solid. So, um, basically, yeah, you did a great job. So on that retie script, like, because I was giving you so much, like, yeah, I
Yeah,
like
you were
blah,
giving me
blah.
a lot. I
You
wasn't sure.
probably don't
Yeah,
need to,
yeah,
double down with that question necessarily.
yeah,
Um, so that was solid. Like, just for, I honestly didn't even expect you to do that. So that was really solid. Um, So from where you are now, basically the objection that you're going to handle is I've always made decisions like this. Right? So I would maybe it's a burnt it wasn't going to be burnt in the past, but that can be a projection of burnt in the past. So you ticked off all the boxes, really solid. It's like okay, cool. And I would have been like so how do you want to proceed? I said again, I just always make decisions like this. I'd be like, what boxes need to be ticked in your head for you to say I want to go ahead with it, and then I would have given something, and now you've got something to latch onto and handle the objection.
yeah. Okay.
The easy one for that is just like, um, always if you always make decisions like this, it's gotten to the point where
Yeah, that's what I was
you have a
thinking. Yeah,
problem, and then you just
yeah,
reframe that. Cool,
yeah.
beautiful. All right, Australian Dylan, Ewan, you guys are gonna get after it now. I'm gonna sit here a bit
Yes.
longer.
All right.
So, Dylan, you be closer, you and you be prospect. Dylan, just explain what you do.
Yeah, so we do the opposite of a marketing agency, basically. So we teach business owners how to run marketing in-house.
He's the enemy.
So it's but business owners that have been burnt in the past from marketing agencies and they want to learn it in-house because they're sick of outsourcing it.
The sick of all you fucking guys.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's all your faults. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, Dylan, drop price, man. Get into it.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, man. So yeah, the funding is 6.6K to work with us.
All right. I mean, that is quite a lot, but it does sound good.
Hmm. Yeah. When you mean like it sounds good, and going back to what I went through earlier, do you feel like it's going to be the answer for you?
Yeah, yeah, man, it could be.
Yeah. Okay. And why do you feel like it can?
Well, at the end of the day, we need more jobs and, we need to get more leads.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, what would be like the main thing that kind of stands out for you about the process then?
I don't know, I guess just having the control and being able to get more leads in myself.
Hmm. Okay. Get more leads yourself. Yeah. And do you feel like that can get you to the goal of XYZ?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously it'll take a bit of time to learn that, but I'm sure I
Hmm.
could eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, everything kind of takes time, right? Kind of as long as we put ourselves into it, then we can kind of give ourselves that confidence that we can make it work for ourselves. So I guess the question from my end for you is, let's say we were to get you onboarded today and kind of get you to that XYZ goal. Do you feel like that 6.6K would then be worth it too?
I mean, once I'm at the point that I'm getting in the leads, then yeah.
Okay. And what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, just obviously it's 6.6K up front, and it's not like
Yeah.
I can learn it overnight, so it'll take a bit of time before I can actually see if the investment will be worth
Mm.
it.
Okay. Yeah. Um, the investment side of things though, is that 6.6 doable right now?
I mean, yeah, as long as I know that it'll get me the results.
Okay. Okay. So I guess um once again, like what we've kind of gone over, the whole process that I've walked you through, do you feel like if you were to be onboarded today, that would genuinely be the answer for you to get you to that goal?
Yeah, I think in the long term.
Yep. Okay. And what do you mean by you think in the long term?
Oh, just as I say, I'm busy at the moment, so I need to actually find the time to make that pay off, and it's a lot of money to be putting in for that.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So I guess it's like it's schedule thing, right? Like you want to be able to put enough time into it so that you can make it work for yourself. I guess the question to you is, how much time do you sort of have during the week that you can actually commit to this?
I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Like, I could pick up a few hours here and there, but yeah, I mean, I don't.
Okay.
Obviously, it's a lot of money to put down if I can't guarantee that I can actually go and learn it all.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Like money aside though, do you feel like um the time that you currently have, do you feel like you're confident in making that work for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, money aside, obviously, like it would be a very good skill to learn, and it would benefit my business.
Mm. Just because we have gone through like, minimum of
Pause,
3 to 5 hours per week. So is that
pause. So, just on that very last thing, he said, so this is kind of what you've missed, but he said it would be a good skill to learn. You need to ask why. So basically, you're just going to get stuck in a loop because you haven't
yeah.
addressed the main thing. So, okay. So basically, he was like, we'll go back up. So you delivered price, right? Price. And he said it was quite a lot. Now, you want to be really careful with this, okay? I would
Mm.
maybe just ask, oh, I guess, compared to what maybe. See if you, I'd be like, are you comparing that to anything or just to see, right? You want to be careful with that. I know I always say don't attack the objection straight away. So if you don't feel super fucking confident with the retire, don't do this. But if someone's
I
like,
always thought to back away from that. Yeah.
yeah, I know it's really like, yeah, maybe I should have said that. Personally, like if someone's like, oh, it's really expensive, I'd just be like, oh, interesting, man. Are you comparing that to anything? Just to see if they're like looking at other courses, and I get that straight away. If they're like, oh no, it's just expensive, and then I'm like, okay, fair enough. But like, I guess, do you feel like money aside, this could get you to your goal? This is what you're looking for. Straight back to the retail. So just be extremely careful with that. Okay, it's probably only going to happen to you, Dylan, anyway. Okay, so then we basically got straight into like time to learn. So you did the retie. It was kind of all right. There was a bit of doubt, I think. But the objection was kind of like time to learn. So I would have gone for basically a value-based question on the time. I would have been like, fair enough, man, but I guess like having the skills to generate your own leads and never have to rely on a marketing agency, would that be worth investing a little bit of time, do you think? Now the time objection is mute. Right? That's done straight away. It's over. Because as soon as he said yes, he'd be like, yeah, it would be worth it. I just don't have the time. It's like, right, well, I mean, like, is that a problem or a symptom? You not having the time right now is because you're doing everything you can in the wrong activities to generate more money because you don't have the right systems in place. Right? So if you had the right systems
Mm,
in place, you would get more time back. But unless you put in the time to do that, you're never going to have the time you want. Right? So what do we need to deal with first? Now you're having a completely different conversation. Because like you can see here, like time to learn, value question, then it was a time objection, then it was getting results if he's gonna know, but it was just a time thing.
yeah,
It just like kept happening.
yeah.
He never actually addressed it and dealt with it.
So with that time thing, like let's say I ask them how much time they have per week, and it's like, oh, you only need like a minimum of like 3 hours or whatever, and they say they have that amount of time. Can you attack it as like you said you have this much time
No, you can't
and it only
logic. Yeah,
requires you
this
can't
is
do that?
you can't logic trap time. I mean, I used to do it like that for a really long time because that's what Charlie taught me actually, but it doesn't fucking work. You can't logic trap someone into time. They have to be willing to make the time and understand the reason that
Right.
they don't have any time is because they don't have the thing they're on the call for. Like if these business owners had an
Yeah.
amazing marketing system, they would have all the time in the world because they'd be rolling in it, right? So you need to really actually address that fact.
Mm, okay.
So you did all right. You actually did well up until about this point. Then you got your first time objection. Right, so this is,
Yeah.
and then you got your first time objection. Now I know time is down here, right? However, like there was a very easy because just because of the way he said it, he was like, fuck, what did he say? Um, he said it would take time to
Use
learn,
to learn the skills.
eventually.
Yeah.
And I was
Might
like,
take a bit
okay,
of time to learn the skills.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, well, okay, but would it be worth spending the time to have an automated marketing system that you
To
can,
get to that goal of yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not, we're
Okay.
not in the bucket yet. We're actually in the value question, but we've just used the same presence, the same premise of the value question for a different topic,
But with time.
right?
Right, okay.
And
Okay.
then I would have actually probably gone, and then he would have been like, yeah, I get you. Then I would have gone,
So this is something that you can pre-handle though in discovery, no?
yes, you can do this in discovery.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do this problem symptom reframe in discovery around time, and that is much more preferable.
Yeah.
Obviously,
That's what I've been trying to
yeah,
yeah.
so if you can do this, but this is the thing, you're pre you're not pre-handling objections. You're not handling them, you're pre-screening them. They're still going to come up at the end of the call, right? So you have to be
Right.
prepared for them. But if you can do this in discovery, probably not going to come up in this form in objection handling. It's going to come up in the real thing, which is, well, I don't want to invest time and fail. That's the objection. It's not, I don't have enough time. It's like, well, what if I make the time and I fail and I feel like a dickhead? That's what they're really worried,
Right.
right? Then you go to money, and then kind of the conversation was just going to go around and around in circles because you didn't do that.
Mm.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Dylan, what's up?
Yeah, how do you use the problem symptom in discovery? Like, how do
Yeah,
you
it's more
know?
applicable to
Mhm.
Dylan because he's selling a course. That's why.
Okay. Even if they say like, yeah, I don't have the money or something like,
Yeah, so okay, okay, I probably should add this into the script, but when you say have you ever worked with someone in the past, I
yeah.
didn't add this. Okay, fuck me. Now we're back into why I didn't add some things into the program. I didn't add this into the script because if I add this one question, it opens up a whole nother module worth of teaching, which most people aren't ready for. Charlie, I would probably just like block your ears. No, I'm joking. But like, so basically, if you ask the question of have you worked with an agency before, right? And they say no, I say go to Desired. Simple. However, if you want to be really good, you say, well, what has prevented you from ever working with someone in the past to solve this problem? They're going to say time or money most of the time. So if they say, I've never had the money, you can reframe them around they're never going to have the money until they invest. If they say they've never had the time, you can do the same thing. That's the next level.
So that's better.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's better, but it's harder, right? Because you can induce more tension into the conversation, basically. So if you did a shit problem and you do that, it's like, well, they're gonna hang up on you.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know how I was telling you that I was like watching those Jeremy Miner stuff?
Yeah.
Like I was watching something that gave me some clarity, which is like those kind of prospects that want to skip discovery, and then those ones that tell you it's all good, they just need X, but then never hear from you again.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of saying that thing about disarm them on like the beginning of the call and throughout discovery, so they don't get like think of just skipping, go to the point. I know that one thing you told to me was like no filler words. I guess like besides that, what else could I try to do to disarm more in the beginning of the call?
Hmm. I mean, it depends on what they say. I mean, the easiest answer is just like tonality. By
Hmm.
the way, Ewan, is it all right if we run you through next week? Because I'm gonna have to jump
Yeah,
in a second. Sorry about that.
no
Um,
worries.
so the easiest answer is tonality, right?
Hmm.
And empathy. You know, if someone comes on really hot, just tell me what you do. It's like, whoa, yeah, man, I can like totally understand why you might want to know that. Like, you just bring the tension down straight away, and actually just
I'm
like,
saying like pre-objection. So how to pre-hand it, not to hand it and as soon as they actually tell me to skip.
what, like pre-handle if someone's gonna be like, get me to the end of the call.
Yeah.
In what fucking universe are you gonna know if someone's gonna be able to tell you that?
No, but I mean like just having a different approach based on what you have seen from me or what you think I'm at that could get me to a
Oh,
point
are
where
you saying that you feel like you're inducing people to say, just get me to the pitch?
I'm saying that if that's an option, I want to know what can I improve. I'm not saying it's that one specifically every time, but
Like, wait, hold on. Ask me the question again. Now I'm confused.
so how can I make the beginning of the call, so setting expectations, going for discovery, as smooth as possible so that they don't get guard up and say, let's just skip to service side, don't want to answer more questions.
Um, but I mean, like, well, I mean, yeah, tonality, asking good questions, not repeating yourself, and not using the filler words. They're like the basic things. But if someone comes onto the call because they've been burnt by literally 100 agencies, they've spent $1 million, and they get on a call with you, they're gonna have their guard up. There's nothing you can do about that. You just have
Mhm.
to like. This is why I'm so like this. All of this stuff around like pre-handling, but I can't think of the word. Like what's the word that Jeremy Miner uses when it comes to this? Like stopping something before it happens. What's the word?
Disarm?
Not quite.
It's pre-handling? No.
No. Disarming, whatever. Like there's nothing that you can do like until you speak to someone, like their life causes their characteristics, personalities, whatever, right? So like, unless you were like in the guy's ear the night before the call, being like, "Shh, be nice to me tomorrow," like whatever, like what the fuck, right? Like, just doesn't exist. So like, yeah, if someone comes on, you can, and same with objections. Like, if I can give someone problem versus symptom around money, and then we can get to the end of the call, and they're like, "Dude, I'm gonna be homeless." It's like I've pre-handled the objections, but it hasn't got me any closer to the close. So all you're just trying to do is just like put yourself consistently in a better position to get them to close. But there's no like, fuck these, honestly, these guys. There's no magic thing that you can do. It, there doesn't exist, right?
Hmm.
You just have a good conversation and control what you can control. really listen to them, have good tonality, and just don't be combative. Like that's all you can do. If they come on and they're combative as fuck and they're like aggressive, there's really nothing that you can do in that situation. Like
Mhm.
there's things you can do to like avoid, like you can push people that way, but like you can't change the situation before it actually happens necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing
It's just
what you're
that
saying.
shit.
Yeah.
All of that stuff that you're seeing from those people is just fancy marketing. Like 2 years ago, the Instagram Reels was all about objection handling. Now it's all about pre-handling objections. So then it's gonna be like, then it's gonna be all about like fucking pre-handling objections. It's just like because they need to change their message. It doesn't make it like um it just doesn't make like a difference. It's just like yeah, it's just
I
marketing.
actually have some real sauce, which you will not find anywhere else. I invented that myself. So if you have combative prospects, here's like the best handle ever.
Okay.
So what you do, you want to train before the call for this particular scenario. And the best way to do that, this is basically a conflict, right? At the base of it.
Mm.
What you're having is a conflict online. So what you can do is you can go to this thing called Omegle and yeah, yeah, you can basically scream at people and have conflicts with them so that when you go into the sales call, you're already prepared, you know what I mean?
So that's actually very funny. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go on Omegle and scream at some guy with his dick out on the screen.
No,
That's
no,
gonna
no,
get me
no,
prepared for
no,
a sales call. Maybe that's
no.
why I'm good at sales. I spent so much time on Omegle when I was like 14 years old. That's so funny.
Exactly.
Um,
Maybe that's a good way to role play. Just hop on
yeah,
Amigo
just
and
get
just
on
start going
Omegle and try and
system.
sell people
Nah,
stuff.
you don't even role play. You just straight up like conflict on conflict,
So,
right? You
okay,
don't turn.
the only problem, so I love that. That's very funny. But the only problem I have with maybe the way you're thinking about sales calls is that you almost look for the conflict. And I think that you induce conflict because
Yeah.
you think it's going to happen. So
I
this is
invite that in.
yeah, you're like we talked about this the other day. Like you're almost like, oh, what do I do? Every prospect I have is combative. And I was like, maybe, just maybe you're the common denominator. So
Yeah.
don't look for conflict, right? Like, but
Like this, like
yeah,
the tree in the desert, you're driving and if you're only thinking, I don't want to hit this tree, I don't want to hit
hit
this
the
tree,
tree. Exactly.
you're gonna hit it.
I gotta go, boys. I'm already fucking 10 minutes late, but I will speak to you guys next week. That was a sick session. Fridays are for role plays. Okay? Don't bring questions to these calls. I'm not going to answer them. We are just going to role play because that was really, really solid. Sweet. All right,
Cheers,
boys.
Louis.
Have a
All
good
right.
one,
See you
guys.
guys
Thanks,
later.
Louis.
Bye.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Louis.